Hello everybody and welcome back to the Splash Recap by Uniswim Canada. My name is Marty.
And I'm Kelton. Happy to be joining you.
And today we are recapping the 3 conference championships that have taken place over the month of February. So we're going to start out east with the AUS. So the championship in the AUS was hosted by Dalhousie, and we're going to talk about the women's side first. So Kelton, the main takeaways that I had was one, of course, Dow for you. For those of you who haven't seen, Dalhousie won their 22nd straight AUS title. They've been dominating that conference for quite a while now. Acadia came second, just over 200 points behind. Memorial came third, about 300 points behind. University of New Brunswick came fourth, less than 100 points behind. Those two were very, very close. Mount Allison came fifth, only 2 points behind the University of New Brunswick. Those two were in a huge battle, Mount Allison and University of New Brunswick. They were very, very close. The main takeaway for me was that's basically what we've seen all year. Handful of little changes throughout the year, but for the most part, that's what we've seen all season long. Kelton, do you have anything that you would like to add?
It was exciting seeing Acadia being this close to Dalhousie. Dalhousie obviously has been dominant, as you said. 22 straight AUS championships on the women's side. And it'd be cool to see Acadia maybe take them down, dethrone them. Be nice.
I fully agree. And I was just about to say, Kelton, sorry for cutting you off there. But Acadia is still ranked higher according to the U Sports rankings. Now,
because that's accurate, right?
Yeah, there's some iffiness. There's definitely some iffiness. But it's cool to see. And, U Sports is coming up just in a couple of days now. Hopefully, this is out before U Sports. I know that most athletes are flying out to Montreal tomorrow, Monday the 4th. So, we'll see. So, the top performers of the meet. From Dalhousie, we had Regan Crowell, who got 80 points, winning the 200 free, 400 free, 100 free, 800 free, leading the 4x100 free relay to first and anchoring the second place 4x1 med.
Acadia, we had Sophie Rooney getting 80 points as well, getting the most amount of points you can possibly get. Won 4 events, 50 back, 100 back, 200 back, 50 fly. Obviously a dominant backstroke swimmer. She was in the 4x1 medley relay, leading it off, doing backstroke, as you would expect. And they came second in the 4x200 free relay. It was a good job for her.
From Memorial, we had Natalie Smart, who got 63 points. Fourth in the 200 free, fourth 400 IM, second in the 400 free, getting that medal, and third in the 800 free. She also took part in the 4x100 medley relay and 4x100 freestyle relay.
Elodie Martin from UNB, University of New Brunswick, got 63 points as well. Fifth in the 50 backstroke, first in the 50 free, seventh in the 100 backstroke, and seventh in the 100 freestyle. Very good swimmer in the back and freestyle events. Placed third in the 4x100 free relay, and third in the 4x2 free relay, and fifth in the 4x100 medley relay.
And from Mount Allison, we had Jordan Thomas, who got 66 points. They got third in the 100 third in the 100 breast, second in the 100 breast, second in the 50 breast, and third in the 200 IM. So very strong breaststroke swimmer. They also anchored the 4x100 freestyle relay to a 5th place finish. And they went second on the 4x200 free relay, which finished 5th. And they also swam second on the 4x100 medley relay, which finished 4th.
One thing I'd like to add is every one of these teams has a dominant female swimmer on their team. So when you look at Mount Allison, University of New Brunswick, and Memorial University, if they can just get the depth, then maybe they can challenge Acadia and even maybe Dow in the coming years.
Yeah, I fully agree with that. Like, strong women on all those teams, at least they're top performers, and you're fully right. Some more depth, and could be some really fun racing that we could see in the future. So on the men's side, Dow won their 24th title in 25 years, and they're on a 2-year win streak, because Acadia, again, had that upset in the 2019-2020 season. Acadia came second, about 230 points behind. University of New Brunswick came third, which surprised me personally, about 300 points behind Acadia. Memorial came fourth, about 15 points behind, so that is what surprised me. Throughout the year, Memorial was usually beating the University of New Brunswick, but University of New Brunswick, they showed up at AUS, and they just barely beat Memorial. And then Mount Allison came fifth, about 120 points behind Memorial. So those top athletes from each team from Dalhousie, we have Noah Maskell Gomez, who got 73 points, winning the 200 free, winning the 400 free, getting second in the 100 free, third in the 50 free. They also led the 4x100 freestyle relay to a first place finish, and anchored the 4x200 free relay to a first place finish. And finally, they were part of the 4x100 medley relay, which finished first.
From Acadia of Gordon Short, who is a phenomenal breaststroker, has been in youth sports many times. He won the 200 IM, won the 50 breast, second in the 100 breast, and fourth in the 50 freestyle. He was in the 4x100 free relay where they came third, and he came second in the 4x200 free relay, and second in the 4x1 medley relay where he swam the breaststroke. A phenomenal swimmer.
From the University of New Brunswick, Blake Kingston got 70 points, winning the 100 breast, winning the 200 breast, getting second in the 50 breast, sixth in the 200 IM, second on the 4x100 medley, and his 100 breast, 101.6 was a new AUS record. There were tons of AUS records in this meet, but I really wanted to highlight that one because it was the first one that I had seen. At the time, I was trying to keep track of AUS, but I saw that time come up on Meet Mobile, and I went, wow, that's fast. And then I searched up the AUS records, and I went, whoa, that's crazy fast. New record. Love to see it. Love to see AUS getting those records down.
And I would say the star of the meet on the men's side, Chris Weeks, a perfect 80 points, won all four of his races. 100 fly, 50 fly, 50 free, 100 free, won them all. He's going to be a tough competition at U Sports. I'm excited to see what he can do, represent his school out in Montreal.
From Mount Allison, Sebastian Carriaga got 68 points, winning the 100 back, winning the 200 back, getting second in the 50 back, eighth in the 50 free, and went first on three relays, including the 4x100 free, 4x200 free, 4x100 free medley. Went first on all those relays, and they all placed fifth overall. So all those swimmers we're going to see race again at U Sports. So it's going to be super fun seeing all the fastest from the AUS going toe-to-toe again against the rest of the country. Almost all of them also broke AUS records, and at the very least team records, and we're going to see a lot more from them before the year's done. So that's very exciting. So on to the awards. So the AUS Female Rookie of the Year award went to Emma Sinclair, who got 58 points. Winning the 200 fly, getting fifth in the 100 fly, ninth in the 400 IM, fifth in the 800 free, and was a force on University of New Brunswick's relays. And I just wanted to point out that University of New Brunswick, right after they posted the video, because I couldn't watch AUS live without paying money. So,
and who was going to do that?
Wow, that's harsh. I didn't pay the money though. But oh my God, University of New Brunswick posted the video. Super fun race to watch. Love seeing everyone kind of together, and then Emma just flying by them at the end. So that was really cool.
We got the Male Rookie of the Year, Chris Weeks. No surprise by that. First year, and he got a perfect score.
Yeah, broke tons of record. There was no one else really in question for this, in my opinion, my professional opinion. It's going to be so fun to see how he does against the whole country. The AUS Female Swimmer of the Year goes to Regan Crowell, who got a perfect score as well and dominated pretty much every meet this year. Also got some AUS records.
And the Male Swimmer of the Year was also Chris Weeks. He won it all. Good for him.
The AUS Men and Women's Coach of the Year went to Lance Cansdale from Dalhousie University.
It makes sense that Dalhousie won both the men and women's side in the AUS when they have a talented coach who wins both awards.
Now we're moving on to the RSEQ. So this was hosted by Laval, and I just wanted to mention, when I was making the some edits for the RSEQ, why does every French university have a gorgeous pool? They all seem to be at least 8 lanes, 50 meters, newly renovated. They're gorgeous. Every other conference, get on that. Follow the French in this one. They're doing great over there. So, on the women's side, McGill got their 4th win in a row. Ottawa was about 400 points behind. Montreal was about 200 points behind Ottawa. Laval was just over 100 points behind Montreal. Sherbrooke was also just over 100 points behind. And Trois-Rivières was about 100 points behind. So, I could not find any individual points for this meet other than FINA points. So instead, we're going to do the top medalists from each team. So from McGill, we have Elizabeth Ling and Naomi Lau. Both won 5 golds and one silver and a bronze. Oh, no. Both won 5 golds and 1 silver.
From Ottawa, we have Isabella Melanson, who won 2 silvers and 1 bronze medal.
From Montreal, we have Anis Arlandis, who won 3 golds, 2 silver, and 1 bronze.
From Laval, we have Alexa Cara, who won 1 gold, 3 silver, 1 bronze.
From Sherbrooke, we have Molly Beaushannon, who got 1 bronze medal. On the men's side, McGill won their 4th title in a row and also the 4th combined title in a row for the team. Ottawa was 2nd, about 100 points behind. Laval was 3rd, about 200 points behind. Montreal was 4th, just over 100 points behind. Sherbrooke, 5th, just over 200 points behind, or a little bit more than that. Trois-Rivières was 6th, about 150 points behind. So there was nothing too surprising with the scores. I was just surprised that Laval beat Montreal by so much, since Montreal's men were able to beat Laval this season. But when it came to the RSEQ Conference Championship, Laval showed up, and they were able to beat Montreal. So for the most medals per team from McGill, we have Hazam Iza, who got 5 golds and 2 silvers.
From Ottawa, we have Hugo Lemesli, who won 3 gold and 3 silver medals.
From Laval, we have Adrian Cara, 1 silver and 3 bronze.
From Montreal, we have Jean-Félix Pelletier, who got 2 silver medals.
From Sherbrooke, we have Tyler Blas with 1 silver and 2 bronze.
Christopher Raymond got 4th in the 50 and 100 breast and 50 freestyle. Just missing out on the medals, but worth a mention.
All right, and the awards. So, the RSEQ Swimmer of the Year is actually based on FINA points. So, the best FINA points from your best 3 swims. So, the RSEQ Male Swimmer of the Year was Mats Baradat from McGill, who won 3 gold medals.
And on the women's side, we have Naomi Lowe, who won 5 gold medals. Extremely dominant swimmer in her field.
And also from McGill. The Male Rookie of the Year was also Mats Baradat from McGill.
And the female Rookie of the Year was Isabella Langridge from Ottawa, who won 5 golds and 1 silver. It's nice to see someone who's not from McGill get an award.
Coach of the Year was Peter Carpentier from McGill. Male Leadership Award went to Maliki Belkaladi from McGill.
And the Female Leadership Award was Charlotte Buchman from Montreal.
All right. Now we're heading to the OUA, the final conference championship of the month. It was hosted by Brock University. So on the women's side, Toronto won, Western was 2nd, McMaster was 3rd, which is fantastic to see. Waterloo was 4th, Guelph was 5th, Brock was 6th, Queens was 7th, 8th was Laurier, York was 9th, and Carleton was also 9th. They both tied for 9th place overall. So I wanted to say a couple thoughts on these scores. So Toronto and Western, of course, they were always going to be 1 and 2 in this conference. McMaster, I thought they could do it. I thought they could beat Waterloo, but I wasn't sure. But they did. Waterloo, thought that they'd beat Guelph. McMaster was their main competitor in that. Brock, they did great. They were able to beat Queens, and I know some people were wondering because they'd been back and forth all year. Queens and Laurier were in a tight battle until the last day, with Laurier actually ahead on day 1, and I think
They were ahead on day 2, and unfortunately Queens overtook them, or fortunately, depending on the way you look at it. And yeah, they were able to overtake them in the final events of the competition.
Yeah, but Laurier still moved up a spot, and York and Carleton tying, so Carleton fell kind of far from last year, but Hey, York isn't 10th, so that's fantastic to see. That program is improving. Growth is happening in the OUA.
It's exciting.
All right, so those top point scorers from Toronto. We have Ainsley McMurray with 80 points, a perfect streak, winning the 200 free, 50 fly, 50 free, and 100 free. She also anchored the winning 4x100 medley and 4x100 freestyle relay.
From Western, Shauna Branton got 60 points, winning the 100 breaststroke, 200 breaststroke, and 50 breaststroke. She swam another event. I'm assuming she would have got a lot more points. She won every event she was in. A dominant breaststroke swimmer. She swam the breaststroke leg in the 4x50 medley and the 4x100 medley.
And both of them won. Every race she was in, they won.
So Gotta assume her knees were hurting by the end of the meet.
They probably were. But she didn't get those last 20 points because she only swam 3 individuals. But that's okay. Nothing wrong with that. McMaster, we have Michelle Wang getting 47 points, getting 8th in the 50 back, 8th in the 100 fly, 5th in the 50 fly, and 8th in the 100 free. She also led the 4x50 freestyle to second place and swam fly in the second place 4x50 medley relay.
From Waterloo, we had Megan Frost with 46 points, 12th in the 200 free, 7th in the 400 IM, 6th in the 400 free, 3rd in the 800 free, just squeezing in to get a medal there. And was 4th, and they finished 4th in the 4x200 medley relay.
From Guelph, Elena Casasanta got 46 points, getting 6th in the 400 IM, 10th in the 100 back, 7th in the 200 back, 5th in the 200 IM, and swam 2nd on the 5th place 4x50 freestyle, and swam the backstroke leg of the 4x100 medley.
From Brock, we had Tatum O'Connor getting 48 points, 4th in the 50 backstroke, 3rd in the 50 fly, 8th in the 100 backstroke, and 11th in the 100 freestyle. She led the 4x100 medley relay and was in the 4x100 free relay as well.
From Queens, we had Kimberly Song getting 21 points, getting 14th in the 100 breast, 15th in the 50 free, 7th in the 50 breast, 13th in the 100 free, and she led the 4x50 freestyle relay to a 7th place finish and went 2nd on the 4x50 medley, which ended 6th.
And from Wilfrid Laurier, we had Maxine Mullen, one of the superstars, upcoming swimmers, I'm predicting it, getting 14 points overall, coming 15th in the 100 breaststroke, 14th in the 400 IM, 9th in the 200 breaststroke, in the 4x200 free relay, and the 4x50 medley relay.
From York, no women got any individual points, but I did notice, and I thought this was really interesting, so I wanted to talk about it. There was a strong emphasis on relays. And again, relays are key to getting points in U Sport swimming because they're worth double points in the championship meets. So most of their women swam only 2 individual events, but 4 relays. Because again, they are limited on the number of women they have. They do not have a full roster. And I just thought that was really interesting. The best placement that I saw from a Lion was Liza Bakun's 22nd place finish in the 200 backstroke. Kelton, any thoughts on that relay strategy?
Well, it obviously paid off. They were able to move up a spot, and hopefully next year they're going to have some more point scorers just to maybe get them to that 8th place. Keep moving up.
All right, and then same thing with Carleton, as I saw no women get any individual points, but the best result that I saw was from Olivia Davis, who finished 18th in the 200-meter backstroke. Carleton, though, did not prioritize the relays, so maybe if they'd done something similar, they could have beat York. Who knows? We definitely don't. So on to the men's side. Toronto won the meet once again. Western got 2nd, McMaster 3rd, Waterloo was 4th, Wilfrid Laurier was 5th, Guelph was 6th, Brock was 7th, Carleton 8th, York 9th, and Queens getting 10th. So my thoughts on this were Toronto and Western, of course. Sorry, Waterloo. I know Waterloo's men always like to comment, you're sleeping on Waterloo. But that's what I expected. I expected Toronto and Western. McMaster shocked me to my core. And McMaster men already commented that I was sleeping on him. Fair enough. Apparently I was. With Waterloo, I thought Kevin Zhang would be the difference maker. We haven't seen him swim in many university level meets. But, Mac got the win. Wilfrid Laurier, huge improvement without any bias in that statement because they went from 9th to 5th. And I also wanted to mention, because we have Kelton Langman here on the stream, on the podcast, that they broke their relay DQ curse in the 4x50 freestyle because 2 years in a row it was disqualified. But this year, it wasn't.
I wasn't on the relay.
Kelton wasn't on the relay. We love you, Kelton. Guelph, kind of what I expected, but I was a little bit surprised that they did beat Brock. Brock, of course, surprised me. I think myself, Kelton, and Daniel all said that Brock would beat Laurier. Now, their curse has continued. Brock also has a curse going on their men's team. 3 years in a row, they've been disqualified in the 4x100 medley relay. Excuse me. So that curse continues. If they can break the curse, maybe they can do something really amazing. But only time will tell. Carleton getting that 8th place finish. And then York. Huge improvement this year. Eric Ginsberg carried this improvement, as we will see. He did phenomenal throughout the meet. But, again, huge improvement. And Queens coming 10th. Don't really have much to say about it other than their main person, Mayor Eskin, was not at the meet. So that's their main swimmer, and he wasn't there, unfortunately. So starting off with those top point earners. From Toronto, we have Benjamin Lowen getting 70 points. 6th in the 100 fly. 2nd in the 200 fly. 1st in the 200 back. 1st in the 200 IM. And he swam the fly leg on the 4x100 medley relay, which finished 1st.
From Western, we have Kieran Stone with 59 points. Won the 200 free, won the 400 free, 13th in the 100 free, and 4th in the 200 IM. Very good middle distance swimmer. He anchored the 4x200 free relay to 2nd place and the 4x100 free to 2nd place.
From McMaster, Sam Chisholm got 53 points. 3rd in the 400 IM, 7th in the 400 free, 5th in the 1500 free, 8th in the 200 IM, and went 2nd on the 4x200 freestyle relay, which ended 3rd, and anchored the 4x100 free relay to 5th.
From Waterloo, we have Lucas Warmold with 46 points. 5th in the 100 fly, 2nd in the 50 fly, 4th in the 50 free. He anchored the 4x50 free relay, 3rd in the 4x50 medley relay, and was on the 4x100 medley relay.
Sorry, that's supposed to say 4x100 freestyle relay.
Oh, yes, but unfortunately they got disqualified.
Yes, that would have won. From Wilfrid Laurier, we have Kent Goney getting 54 points. 8th in the 100 fly, 6th in the 50 fly, 6th in the 50 free, and 2nd in the 100 free. He also anchored the 4x50 freestyle relay and the 3rd place 4x100 freestyle relay.
From Guelph, we have Thomas Steele with 36 points. He was 8th in the 400 IM, 7th in the 200 fly, 7th in the 200 back, and 16th in the 200 IM. He led the 4x100 medley relay to 5th place and was 6th place in the 4x200 free relay.
From Brock, Julian Legault got 26 points. 7th in the 50 back, 5th on the 100 back. On the relay side, he was a part of the 4x100 medley. He also led the 4x50 medley to 6th place and anchored the 4x100 free to 4th place.
From Carleton, we have Finn Tuck with 62 points. 4th in the 200 free, 3rd in the 100 backstroke, 4th in the 200 backstroke, and 3rd in the 200 IM. A very, very good swimmer. He led the 4x100 medley relay and was in the 4x50 relay as well. Talk about this man, Eric Ginsberg. Go ahead.
All right. So yes, the top point earner for the York University Lions was Eric Ginsberg, who got a perfect score of 80 points, winning the 100 fly, winning the 50 fly, winning the 50 free, winning the 100 free, and leading York's 8x50 freestyle relay to 8th place, and leading the 4x100 free to 7th place.
From Queens, we have Matthew McDonald, who got 4 points, narrowly making the 100 backstroke final, finishing 15th, 15th in the 50 backstroke, and led the 4x50 medley relay.
I also wanted to say about York really quickly, people got to stop sleeping on the York Lions relay. Because honestly, they're pretty solid. The 4x50 free, we had Eric go a 22-3. Adam went 24-7, Tyler went 24-6, and Simon went 24-3. Solid times. Now, not amazing, not getting a medal, but solid times, and you can build with that. That is a relay that is very buildable. And same with the 4x1. Again, it was pretty solid. 49-0 for Eric. Fast.
Pretty good.
Adam went 54-8, Tyler 56-2, and Simon 53-0. So honestly, solid relays that you can really build upon. Now let's go to those awards. The OUA Male Swimmer of the Year was Eric Ginsberg from York University Lions. Again, perfect score, OUA records, fair enough.
And on the women's side, we had Ainsley McMurray, who had a perfect score, 80 points, broke Kylie Mass's OUA record in the 50 freestyle. It's very impressive to be beating someone as talented as she is. Moving on.
The OUA Male Rookie of the Year was Bill Dongfang from Toronto, who got second in the 200 free, fourth in the 100 fly, fifth in the 400 free, and third in the 200 fly.
The female Rookie of the Year was Katie Schroeder with 70 points. Second in the 50 backstroke, sixth in the 100 fly, first in the 100 backstroke, and first in the 200 backstroke. A very, very excellent backstroke swimmer.
The OUA Women's Coach of the Year were both Byron McDonald and Linda Kiefer from the University of Toronto.
And for the men's side, it was Kathy Party and Ron Forrester from Laurier.
The Female Community Service Award went to Mahalia Darters from Toronto. And the Male Community Service Award, because Kelton is telling me that I have to say it, went to me, Marty Konechny from Laurier. Thank you, everyone, for listening to the podcast and supporting Uniswim Can, and for voting for me to the Community Service Award. It's a really great honor. I really appreciate it, and it's really nice being recognized for the work that I'm doing. And overall, hopefully, I can just keep improving the coverage of university swimming in Canada. That's the whole goal. The whole goal is to celebrate swimming, and that's why we're here. Anything to add, Kelton?
I think we summed it up. If you've stayed with us this whole way through, thank you very much for the support. I understand this is a long podcast, but some very exciting and fast swimming was happened in February, and I'm excited to see what is going to happen in the next week. I will be watching from my laptop, from the TV in my bedroom, while Marty will get to go watch it in person and cheer everybody on.
Yes, I will be at U Sports in the flesh. So come over, come say hi. I'll be taking pictures for Laurier and some of the other teams.
He will give you autographs too if you need one. We'll be signing caps.
You're a funny guy, Kelton. I did, though, put a TikTok on Uniswim Can's TikTok saying that if you rip a cap, you can come find me and give it to me instead of throwing it out if you would like. Because I would love to end up with a swim cap from as many teams as possible. So once again, thank you all for listening. Don't forget to follow our Instagram at Uniswim Canada. We will see you in the next one where we recap the U Sports Swimming Championship.